funny seating and all that, but it's all good. Hello, video people. There's been added marijuana influence, so I guess now I can fix everything that I was talking about, if you want to say that. But I don't know if this happens to people that, like, other than me anyway, people that smoke, like, how you think. My brother always tells me not to think out loud and shit like that, and I feel him because I talk too much. But that's what the weed does, man. It makes you think. I always had a weird habit of fucking thinking out loud. It's part of who I am. There's people who accept it though. But I find people that I sit with and enjoy the earth that God has given me, but it's neither here nor there. There's people who accept me like them, and then there's people who are like, guy's Loco Roco, so I'm gonna assassinate him. Yeah. Yeah. What I want to rant about, wouldn't call it a rant. A lot of people think that that's all I do because it sounds like complaining, so I guess that makes sense. That's how people interpret it. Oh, you're complaining. Most of the shit that I do is easy. Want to do rather is shit that's easy to do. It's just a process of getting there. Some processes are harder than others. You know what I'm saying? So I've always respected and valued people who respected. Not even to say respected. You don't have to respect me or not. Like, but I figure at the end of the day, if you accept me, you would respect me. Same thing. I really think about it pretty much. I respect. Well, no, it's not. I take that back. That was stupid. That was real stupid. But anyway, yeah, people who accept. People that accept me for who I am and things like that, the shit that I do, friends, family, I appreciate that. This video, I could care less if, like, I get 1 or a million views, I don't care. Because at the end of the day, everybody has their own right to gain knowledge. And the knowledge that you know will determine how you perceive things. Because it will be what's known to you. Now, things that influence these factors make us think that we have thoughts. And when I say make us think that we have thoughts, it's going to sound like a touchy subject, but it's an honest one. There are a lot of people that run around and, you know what I'm saying, they say that they're gay or they say that they're straight and all that other shit. And it's like, if you are, then you are. But pardon the technical difficulties after the fire the ashtray. I was looking for that shit and then I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh, it's all the way over there. Huh?
Right before me?
Yeah. He brought it back with the GTA. Alright, it's gonna be fantastic. Oh, Midnight Club. This is the wow. My bad. Yeah, man. Life's good. Depends how you perceive it. Sorry about the technical difficulty just now. There's like a video game on and dudes who smoke marijuana. Good times right now. You know how many times I've started my Dragon Age and just left the screen on, like sitting there, I'm not even doing anything, I'm just staring at it, like thinking about like a completely different game and shit. Now that I think about it, life is like a game. To me anyway. My perception. It's like RPGs. Imagine a structure like this. I said it before about Mass Effect. The audio didn't record, but imagine yourself like this. You have your good traits. The good traits that you know you can build on. For example, you're a kind person, so you want to build on these things. You know what I'm saying? Not one trait determines exactly who you are. Like, you're a Final Fantasy player, and you're like a red mage. You're a jack of all trades in terms of magic, but you can't learn the highest level stuff. And honestly speaking, your sword play is like, it's okay. You don't have to defend yourself. But character overall is balanced. You know what I'm saying? That's if you want to make your adventure less intense. Then you got people who are just made different ways. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how do you structure yourself? Based on influence. The world, I feel, since birth, since your righthood to live, is all experience and thought. What else can you do? You can say live, but you're going to do that naturally whether you want to or not, unless you want to commit suicide.
When it's only the red dot, yeah.
I don't even understand people like that, because I just feel like they do that to gain the attention of the people they care about most.
He knows this.
And it's like, why would you want to kill yourself just to get their attention? I just figure they respect you more if you're alive. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to get into the whole suicide thing and all that shit. The main point is just like, yeah, me going back. The main point is just like, perception of the world. Like, I feel like people are misinformed about how much more good can go on in their life, depending on how they structure themselves. And a lot of people are probably going to be like, yeah, I already know that. So it's like, if we know this, it's like an infinite loop. If we know this, why hasn't media changed this way, and why haven't people been the way they're ordained to be realistically? I'm not even going to get all religious and shit. At the end of the day, I personally feel like even that sometimes is a little tainted to blind people. And how you perceive the Bible is how you perceive the Bible, but at the same time, there's just things written in there that only God and Jesus would know. You know what I'm saying? Only they would know. It's like commandments and things like that, that stands. The moral values and cores, I feel like that's what you should do, but everything else you structure is based on influence. Media influences you with a lot of things. For example, it's going to sound asshole-ish, but it's true. You didn't really notice a lot of lesbians and shit except for when they were older. You know what I'm saying? You find, like, excuse the way I say it, but older dykes and like older femmes and shit that look real manly and shit like that, but they have some of the baddest chicks you've ever seen, man. It's like, and they're still about that life. They make money, they got a job, whatever they do, they have money. You know what I'm saying? They seem to dress good. They're up with the times. For older people, how you structure yourself. Everybody's entitled to live a good life, regardless of their situation, unless you break those commandments. And it's how you go about it that determines that. Everybody can birth the experiences, what you grow up hearing, what you grow up hearing often, what you grow up seeing, what you grow up seeing often, what you eventually grow up and know to understand is what something is. Example, when you're driving in a red light, means stop. The green light means go. That's built into your mind once you understand it. You see the color, you understand it. You know what I'm saying? But everything is just so. I would call it social brainwashing because that's technically what it is. But through everything, Facebook, all of that shit, like, it's just another way to deter you from getting shit right in your life. Like, why do you need to tell the world that you're like balling and shit like that? Now, if you're not a paranoid person, then you're not thinking about his face if the soul came off. That would look so gross. But everyone's entitled to do what they want to do, and it's like a lot of people don't know that. I mean, it goes along, like I said, no asshole shit. It goes along with morals and thought and respect and core values. At the end of the day, if you could have a good living without ever having to kill somebody, I don't care how much of a killer you are. Would you want to kill someone if you could walk into the bank and take out a loan of $1 million and not have to pay it back for like 50 years? No. What would be your point? You ain't got to steal from nobody because you got enough money to get everything that you want. But everybody's sitting here influenced on movies from the older generation, from Menace to Society, and you see shit like fucking, state property. Then there's just like ridiculous amounts of murder and shit. Fucking California with Compton and everything like that. There's Atlanta. There's fucking Chicago. People are looking for ways to kill each other over money when they don't know that they can sit there and all just get money together if that's what you really want to get. But at the end of the day, money is even bullshit. Because what are you chasing the money for? Are you chasing the money just to have the money? Because that's a simple thought. That's some real stupid shit. Like, I just have money. You don't buy nothing? No, I just have money. So I'm nice. Like, what the fuck is the point of saving it? You know what I'm saying? That comes with influence thought too. And that just comes with naturally just growing up. You're gonna need to understand that you need money, unfortunately, because that's just how life is. Unless you do specific things to get the ability to get a loan of $1 million and not have to pay it back for 50 years. But shit, anything's possible, right? I be high as shit. A lot of people be like, I'm some retarded ass kid who doesn't know what he's talking about, and I look at them because they call me kid, and maybe it's part of the crazy shit that I talk, but my thoughts are very, very simple. Babies are very simple, easy to please. You show them something new and they enjoy it. Technically, you're supposed to live life with simplicity like that. Why would you need to overthink anything? If you use your mind to just think about what you need to think about and then establish a way to get it, it would be the easiest thing to do in your life once you understand how to do it. But you just have to go out and do it. Like, the whole religion thing, not religion thing, the whole thing I was going to mention earlier about, like, people who are gay and things like that. It's like, what's the point of worrying about who's gay and who's straight anyway? Like, right now, if you're not situated to help anybody, that's no one's fault but your own. I oftentimes feel like that. I'm in no situation to help anybody. I'm honest about it, but I mean in terms of financial anyway, but in this world that's what's perceived as the norm. If someone has money, then they're your best friend. And then it's hard to find cool people. Like I have friends, like people, I said this earlier, the good people that I'm hanging out with, I'm sorry, I'm high, so I'm stuttering like fuck. I'm overthinking, see? My friends, man, get silly. The family of our friends, he knows my brother. Elliott's brother. He knows my brother. He's not old, but he's older than me. He knew about strip clubs and shit before I knew about strip clubs. I was like, so what's that? He's like, we'll find out. Come with me. He knew about all the things probably one person should enjoy in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, all the whole thing of believing in sins and shit like that. I mean, certain sins are true, but I look at it like that's just moral sin or mortal sin, as I would think it's called. But as a human being, you have to respect the rights of another human being. You wouldn't want someone to kill you, so don't go out and kill somebody else. That's a simple rule to follow, because at the end of the day, like I said, anything's possible. There's a million ways to try and establish right, but it's up to you to try and get it. You know what I'm saying? It don't bake itself. Somebody got to be in the kitchen, and I'm not talking about cooking coke, but if you got to do that in situations where people are living by those ways, I don't judge or discriminate them either, because at the end of the day, probably life that they've lived, which is probably influenced from shit that the fucking government put in our media, has destroyed perfect living for people. You know what I'm saying? Like, deterring who you are because of race, ethnicity, sexual orientation, sexual preference, all of that shit. Like, why don't you just focus on enjoying your life just as much as I focus on enjoying mine? What does me being straight have to do? Because I the kid in the library, man. I kept thinking about this too. I talked to a friend earlier. She mentioned something, and at first I was like, "Damn, that's crazy." And then I saw this kid, and he's gay and shit like that. Like like I said, I don't care. But every time I come in, he's always fucking staring at me, and it's like, yo, bro, like, come on, dog. Like, the fuck, like, cool and all, man. But please don't do that. Like, it's not that I feel some type of way, but as it is, man, I be looking busted and shit. It's hard for me to get chicks to stare at me and shit. It's like, the fuck, I have dudes staring at me. Like, come on, man, don't do that. Nothing personal against him. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, kind of saved you in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like, son Toriano, this dude has a mohawk and he's been dyed in rainbow and all that shit. Like, red, fucking blue, blonde. Living that life, man. He always looks happy though. That's the point of living life. But and then people use the word gay, and naturally the word gay too means to be happy. Maybe it's just that I'm under the influence of something that people consider a drug, even though it enhances healthy thought processes. And the reason why it's illegal is because at the end of the day, if the government taxes it before they can make revenue off of it, it will cost them too much money. So instead, they give you shit like cigarettes, fucking. I smoke bogeys. I don't judge anybody who smokes bogeys, but I'm keeping it real. You should kill us eventually. Oh. Marijuana, people are like, oh, don't you think that would kill you? If you're burning it, the plant straight and inhaling smoke, as long as you're not, like, obviously trying to choke yourself to death, or you can eat it. I personally say eat it. Put that shit in brownie mix and bake like a 50 stack of some sour and see how retarded you'll be. Quote unquote anyway, retarded. See, for those who smoke anyway, see what level of high you'd be on after doing that instead of smoking it. But the government is like, nah, human race is too good for that. We're doing stuff that kills us instead. They should let you be able to pass that only because you're still going in the same direction. Like, just build up like a line, and when you cross it, that's when you're good. I don't understand the point of needing to drive it through. It's almost been 20 minutes. I have the illest cold. I should be sleeping. I really bombed at work today, fucking missing that day. And I just started. To be honest, I know that I'm gonna hear it too. That's life of an average person. Trying to get their life straight. I left early enough too. It's just that I have like the nastiest feeling anyway. Some people don't get sick as often. I know my health is like shit. That's bad. But the summer's coming. I have to start taking better care of myself, obviously. At least I keep the brain fresh. I just gotta put the pieces together. I'm a lazy bastard though. I just been 18 minutes and 27 seconds. I don't know. It's just something to think about. Some rambling, just some ideas.